Hello, good afternoon. I am glad to be back on, and I know I have not been here for a while, but life happens, and after it has happened, you just pick up from where you are and you can continue, okay? So, hi, my name is Betty. I've not been here for a while, but we can pick up from where we left, okay? So, in this series, we are going to talk about operations. Operations is part of my heart, and really what I enjoy doing. Okay. So if you are able to just, be on a computer or just walk through, of course, this is going to be saved, but, just we are starting off, we are building our businesses, and I am here to help you build as much as I can. So we're going to start with a very simple thing. And today we're going to talk about the email tools that are good. First, one thing I want to say is that having an email address like Gmail or Hotmail for a business is not good. I'm just going to say it. It is not good. So if you're having an email address that says like betty@gmail.com, betty@hotmail.com, that is not a good email to have. I suggest that you go and look at platforms that provide business email addresses. Okay. You go and look at platforms that provide email addresses. Okay. All right. If you're ready, I'm going to be sharing my screen and we're going to go through this together. We're going to go through the Hotmail, the Outlook, and we're also going to go through the Workspace, the Google Workspace. Okay. If we haven't met before, my name is Betty. I am a home care provider and also a home care coach. If you are interested in starting your own home care, as long as you're in the North American region, if you're interested in starting your home care, or if you have already started your home care but you just want to be part of our family, you're welcome to click the link in the bio and join our family and be part of it and walk through with us throughout the year or even longer. If you haven't started but you're thinking about it, it's also a nice group to come into, and you can just see what other people are doing or just walk through all the free information that is on there. Okay, if you have started and you are stuck, you're welcome to also join the group. Then get in touch with me. You can message me directly and I will set up a meeting with you and we can move on from there. Again, the community is free. However, there are other perks in there that are not for free, but you will be able to enjoy. Enough of that. Today we are going to look at, you know, this part of the business that is the very basic, the very foundation. Okay? It doesn't matter what kind of business you are having, but this is the very basic. Okay? So the very basic is having an email. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and then we are going to walk through some of the options that you may have. So, all right. My screen with you and I have selected. So if you're seeing my screen, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and say something. Yes, we can see. For those who are in the Zoom call, I know I can see that you are already seeing the information. So that is fantastic. That's awesome. If you're in the Zoom call, remember you're able to chat and there'll be a live person responding to you. Okay, so the other thing, so the first one, the first option we have is the Outlook. So in the Outlook, actually, I just went on Google and did this. So this is something that you can find, okay? This is if I can move this here, this is something that you can find, okay? So when you go to Google and just click on Outlook, you have two options, okay? If for business account. So you have the Microsoft 365 Business Basic and you have the Business Standard. Now, the business basic, this is where I would recommend, like example, if you're just starting out, you still don't know what you really want for your business, right? So if you're just starting out, this would be a good place to go to. Excuse me. This would be a good place to go to because you have all these options here for you. And actually, the storage is even enough because even before you can start building. And then if you look here, you have also other applications that you can have for your business. Like you can have the Excel, the PowerPoint, the Access, you can have Outlook, you can also have Teams, you can have the Exchange if you use it. You can have cloud storage on the OneDrive, and then you can have SharePoint if you choose this plan. Okay. So this is just something for you to know that if this is the route that you decide to go, these are some of the perks that you can have. Okay. All right. So now with the business standard, this is now when you're growing, this is, you have grown and your emails are very active and you just need a bigger capacity, that's when you can go to the $12.50. However, if you really want to do it, then just go ahead and do it. It's your business. You make the decisions for your business. If it makes sense for your business, go ahead and, set this up. Now they have something extra here, which is the Microsoft editor. If that's something that you use, you can have that. And then Microsoft Loop, if you know how to use it, maybe this would be something good. The click champ is also here. So you see, you have different options, okay? You have different options. Then another thing I wanted to mention, you remember I said that if you have a Gmail or a Hotmail, that is not professional, right? If you look at these plans, both of the plans have custom business email, you@yourbusinessname.com. Okay, so those are some of the things you should consider. You should consider using your business domain as the business communication tool. Okay, because that way, even you give yourself credibility. Okay, all right. So now we are done with Outlook. I know that we're done with Outlook. So let's go here and let's go to Google. Now, I love about Google, they have a 14-day trial. Okay, 14-day trial. Each plan has a trial. Okay, so I'm going to normally what they do, they bump this up to annual, but then I'm going to put it here for a minute where you're paying monthly, where it's not annual. So when you look at the different plans for the Google Workspace, you can see they have the starter, the standard, the plus, and the enterprise. There is no reason whatsoever that you should be doing business with a Gmail or Hotmail, okay? And quote me on that. There should be no reason, especially depending on the if you're just selling, like merchandise that does not need to go to corporate, well, you can go ahead and wing it. But even so, just find a domain that works for you. Let me give you an example. See, this monthly charge is $5.88. They do have I'm seeing here they do have an offer. I just Googled it, yeah. They do have an offer. 30% off for 3 months. Okay, so for 3 months you pay $5.88, but then after that you pay $8.40. Surely I feel like that is something that you can do for your business, right? And if you want to even save more, when you click here and put it as annual, it's $4.90 for the month. So you multiply, I mean, for the month, if you're doing the the annual one, right? Then they have the $30 off for 3 months, so that makes it to $4.90. And then after 3 months, you pay $7 times the remainder of the month. That's 9 months. So you're still saving. But look at this. Look at why I like this is because you have storage. You have your business domain on all of them, of course. You have Gemini AI that helps you when you're working through your emails. You have Chat with AI Gemini app, which is available for you as long as you have these plans. You have video call meetings. Right now, you may have video meetings with the free plan, but your video meetings have a limited time, Then if you and a limited number of people that can be in that meeting. But with this video, these paid versions, you have up to 100 participants. You have Google Vids AI powered video creator. So can you imagine you can also create videos for your business with this paid option. Then security and management of controls. So that is the standard. Okay. I mean, that's the starter. But if you want more things, you go to the standard, which may I think is the most favorite, because also one of the most favorites, they normally highlight it like this so that everybody can see. So this enterprise might be a very big corporation, but look at this. The storage is even high, 2 TB, and then it has more packs. You even have notebook here. Okay. You have your signature, so you can sign documents with this. You see, you can just, if you have business documents that need to be signed, you don't have to have other applications for signing, right? You can sign this. If you want to have other applications, you can. That's at your own discretion. However, if you have this standard plan, you can always just have this plan here, and then you can be able to sign your documents here, and then you have your workspace. You have the Google workspace migrate to for data migration. You can migrate to here. Okay. Then if you have questions, there's always this thing that pops up here. You can ask questions and someone will be able to answer you. So I hope we've cleared up that the first thing you need to do is to make sure that you have a proper email address, proper business email address. If you're in healthcare, I would suggest strongly that you use a proper email address so that you can be able to communicate with other businesses, okay? You can be able to communicate with other businesses B2B. So I'm back. All right. All right. So I hope today's session has been good to you, and I hope that you now have a clear picture of why you need to have a business account. You need to have a business email for credibility. You need to have a business email because some corporations or funding organizations will not have a conversation with you when you have a Gmail or a Hotmail address. If you have a business address, that gives you credibility for someone to even continue working with you because they know you have a business. Okay. So we are not doing business with Gmail or Hotmail. Okay. In healthcare, you don't want to do that because remember, there are other privacy things that are mandated by the healthcare. And when you are in healthcare, especially, you do know that you have to follow the HIPAA guidelines. And when I'm receiving an email with patient information from a Gmail, that is very suspicious. And I feel that it's maybe someone person to person. When you have your business name in your email, it's B2B, and we know that if you're in healthcare, for example, you're following the HIPAA guidelines. HIPAA guidelines are not optional. Okay. It's not something you can say that I'm going to skip today, I'll do it tomorrow. It's every day. You always have to protect information at all costs. Having a business address will keep your information in your business, and everything in your business to be in one spot. Your personal stuff, you can take them to Gmail, but your business information can be in the Gmail. If you're having a problem with setting up these Gmail accounts or your Outlook account, let me know. I can help you. Another way I can help you is by joining the community, and you'll be able to communicate with me directly in the message. I look forward to seeing you again next week, and let's meet and have a good conversation. We will keep on building. We will keep on building every day. We're going to build something, and I hope that this is going to be rewarding to you, and you can take each step at a time. My goal is that by January, you are already launching your business and you're ready to go. Okay, but one step at a time. All right. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. If you'd like to communicate with me, I am very available to help you as you start your journey for your home care. Feel free to join our community. It's a free entry, and come and let's have a conversation. Thank you and have a good day.